Hey, what's up, Gorilla Gang? Welcome back to Trey's Trades. Great to have everybody here. This is going to be a shorter video. I've got a couple things that I want to give you guys an update on in regards to, some different stuff that's been happening here on the channel in the last couple of days. As you can see here, I'm rocking these kind of ugly glasses. I can't see a freaking thing without these on right now. And that brings me into the first thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is the bilateral anterior uveitis that I've been dealing with. So I went into an optometrist. Man, all my health problems, I blame it on both my grandparents. My grandpas, they were both in Vietnam, both exposed to Agent Orange. And I have so many stupid health complications. One of them being my heart issues, right? And one of them being my eyes. And I'm going into, an ophthalmologist as well as a cardiologist, and they're going to be doing some reading and research in terms of if they can figure out if there's a reason that both of these are happening, right? I personally believe that I've got some sort of immunosuppressive disorder that is causing both my eyes and my heart to have these issues. But in case you haven't seen my community post, I've got this pulled up on my phone. I have a condition called bilateral anterior uveitis, and it essentially causes my eyes to be extremely bloodshot. It's got crazy inflammation. I can't see anything. I mean, I think it was yesterday. Yesterday I woke up and I couldn't open my eyes, so I ended up going to the ER and having it fixed, and I got some really high prescription steroid drops, in which helped reduce the inflammation, and then some dilation drops, which is why I'm wearing these glasses right now. These are actually blue light glasses, so it's going to help with my computer screen as well, but it helps that I can see while I've got these eye drops in, right? Because otherwise, I take these off, I can't see a freaking thing right now. But you'll have to get used to me wearing these in the videos. I likely will continue to, at least while until I can find, some sort of a solve to this issue. But I think the big thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to that is I'm doing okay, guys. You don't need to worry about it. I hate that I have to keep making these videos, but my eyes are going to be totally fine. I'm going to get it taken care of. I'm going to an ophthalmologist as well as a cardiologist tomorrow to see if there's some sort of issue that's causing both of these things. One, I've talked to my optometrist, my brother-in-law, his name's Patrick, and he thinks that it could be tied to something called sarcoidosis, I think it's called. But I'm going to see if there's some sort of health issue that's causing both of these flare-ups to happen. So I ended up getting blue light glasses. For everybody out there that was saying, Trey, you need to get some blue light glasses. That's really going to help. I've got that cooking with Crisco now. We're getting down to business, baby. And I'm going to take care of myself in the best way that I possibly can. The second thing that I want to address, I'm going to make this very brief, is in regards to ticker symbol ZKIN, right? So I've had a lot of people approach me. They came to that video. It's been getting absolutely nailed to the coffin saying, Trey, you got paid $40,000 to pump this stock. And I want to offer you a simple answer, right? The answer is no, I did not. So I did see Tom Nash's video, right? He put out a video saying that he got offered $40,000 by somebody on Instagram to pump the stock ZKIN. And I did not get offered any money to do that. And I'm going to show you a couple reasons how you can trust this. All right, so number one, in regards to whether or not I pumped ZKIN, my answer to you is simple because I work a full-time job in the Army, right? So why is this important, right? I have literally thousands of unread messages on Instagram, thousands of unread messages on Twitter, and I work a full-time job. So from 6 in the morning until 4 or 5 in the afternoon, I'm working full-time in the Army. And I wake up at 3 in the morning so that I can create the videos that I put out for you guys, every single day. I get off work from the Army at 4 or 5. I come back, I knock out more videos. I spend a couple hours talking with my girlfriend, and I go to bed and I rinse and repeat every single day, right? And for me to take money, right, on some sort of company, to talk about some company, right, that makes no sense because I'd have to sift through thousands of messages on Instagram. And to begin with, I'd much rather connect with the community here, the Gorilla Gang, right? And I try to as much as I can, but for me to literally be going and looking for those opportunities makes no sense at all, right? Because in a financial situation, I'm sitting perfectly A-okay. That brings me to the second thing that I want to talk about is the timing, right? I can see why people would draw this conclusion. And if I was from the outside looking in, it'd be tough to say that there's not a chance of that happening, right? So Tom Nash got, he posted that video and he got his messages on February 9th. I posted my video on February 18th, right? Which would be about 9 days afterwards. Now, I can see how some people might draw this connection together, but I think that's a little bit of a far-fetch. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't do it. Right? I didn't accept money from any company to blast any company. In fact, if you've been a part of this channel for the past 2 months, since I started this on December 16th, you know that I'm against that, right? I've talked about it very publicly, that I talk about stocks that I'm invested in and stocks that I'm not invested in, right? I do both of those things. Which brings me to my third point is I actually currently have a position in ZKIN, which I'm obviously going to be selling, for for obvious reasons. But I talked about the stock because I genuinely thought that it had potential. So I'm going to pull up my account so that you can see my position in Zkin. Not a very hefty one. I had about $400 in it, but I purchased it on the exact day that I made the video, right? So I'm going to pull up my account here. I'm going to pull up my positions, and I'm going to pull up my exact position in Zkin. You can see that I'm actually down money on this. I've lost $80. I'm not even green on this stock, right? And I know there's going to be people in the comment section that say, Trey, if you made $40,000, who's to say that you wouldn't just put $500 in it to cover your butt? There's no way that I can validate that, right? All you're going to have to do is believe me or don't believe me. At the end of the day, people form their own opinions, and I take such great pride in transparency and addressing issues on the channel, right? Which is why I'm talking about this to begin with. I don't have to talk about this. I could just let it slide. And, maybe some people would have done that, but I wanted to make a brief overview and reason as to why I wouldn't do this. So I work a full-time job, guys. There's no way I've got the time in the day. I sleep literally 3 or 4 hours a night during the weekdays. I just don't have, to be frank, I don't have the time for that, right? And secondly, right, there's no reason that I would take the money in the first place because I am sitting so well off financially, and I feel very, very grateful for the opportunities that I have. Thirdly, I have a position in the stock that I'm not even green on, right? So the reason that I brought this stock to the channel is because at the time, stocks such as Mara and Riot were going absolutely nuts. And you can pull up your own charts and fact check this for yourself. But that's when Mara was going to, let me just take a quick peek here. Mara on the 18th. Mara on the 18th was sitting at, what, $43, right? So for me to talk about that stock at that given time, the reason being, these stocks have already run up so much, and I don't like chasing plays. And Zkin was a cheap stock at the time, right? So I'm just going to fact check and make sure I'm talking about the right dates here. All right, so just as I thought, I started talking about Zkin on February 18th. That's when I put the video up. And on the 18th, Mara was trading at $41. It ended up bleeding off a little bit. It ended up pulling back, but still, nonetheless, I don't like chasing these stocks, which is why I brought it to the table. I thought it had genuine prospect. I talked about things in the company that I thought were interesting. I have a position in the company, which I'm going to be selling out, whether it's speculation, whether it's true, whether it's false, right? I think there's a lot of finger pointing happening right now, right? And it's really easy to come to these conclusions. But at the end of the day, it's my word. I mean, that's all I can do is say, hey, this is my current situation. I work a full-time job. I have a position in the company because I thought that they had solid upside. I am going to be selling it, right? And there's no way anybody on the planet can predict this sort of stuff to happen. But that's my statement in regards to that. I'm going to leave it at that, right? I don't want to talk about that any further on than what I've already done. But whether or not you decide to believe that or not is totally up to you. That is what it is, right? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. In fact, if I was gonna get get blasted for taking $40,000 to talk about a company, I wish at least I would have gotten $40,000 because I'm getting blasted for doing absolutely nothing wrong. It makes no sense to me, right? And that's why I didn't take the video down, because I've got nothing to defend. The only reason that I would take the video down is so that people don't invest in the company. You guys let me know what you want to see. If you want me to take that down, then I will. But I wanted to at least address this before I did, because I've got nothing to hide. I've got absolutely no reason to pretend that I did something wrong, because I didn't, right? So those are the two things that I wanted to address in this video. I'm going to be putting out an AMC video here later today. I'm going to be working on that pretty much immediately after I finish this one up. But my eyes are doing okay right now. I've got dilation drops in, so I can't see anything, but the pain's gone. The inflammation's starting to go down. I can see now. I'm going to be rocking these these blue light glasses for a while, even though they make me look like a bigger weeb than I already am. But I wanted to address that. I wanted to address the Zkin situation, because I can see there's a lot of people who might have had their faith in me swayed. Take it for what it is. You can believe me or you can't, right? People are going to form their own opinions of me, and I'm just going to keep doing me. If you want to keep on with the channel, if you want to stay with the Gorilla Gang, I'm glad to have you here. If you want to go somewhere else, right, you want to leave the community, I wish you the best, my friends. I genuinely do, because I understand that it's tough to know who to trust, right? And if you don't trust me, you don't trust me. I'm not going to ask for that back, because that's totally up to you to decide, right? I show you who I am every single day in every single one of my videos, and that's all that I can humanly do. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.